The FCT Taekwondo Association has organized its inaugural Biannual Championship to provide an opportunity for youngsters in the sport to compete and showcase their talents. The event, which held in Abuja, the nation's capital, had coaches, parents, stakeholders and competitors from various categories between ages 5 to 6 to ages 13 to 15. Our correspondent, Edeke Emmanuel, reports.
Participants at the event say tournaments like this should be sustained as it gives kids a good distraction as they get away from the rigors of studies. They also say government should do more in providing conducive environment for youngsters interested in sports across the country to thrive.
Yes, my message won't actually be to government alone because government can actually do everything. My message is to all these corporate organizations. Sometimes they really need to do some community projects. Let them pick a sport. Like a school, this our minister did adopt an athlete. A school here in Abuja adopts one athlete, give them scholarship. Most of these our multinational companies can do that. You can imagine doing this thing, we, parents, coaches, put funds together. I will come to you because I know you and say, please, can you just help with 10,000 so that I can do this? If you go to all these multinationals, write them that see what you're doing, they don't respond. So my message is to multinational first. Can they just do small by either supporting clubs, sponsoring, picking an athlete because they are there, you don't need to look for them. Picking an athlete to sponsor. We don't go for competition. After this, our local competition, it ends there. How do you expect them to do better when they go out and use standard equipment, compete with people who are competing every month, once or twice? It's not possible for us to do well. We always struggle out to get out there. When we get out there, that's when Nigeria as a country now recognizes you. What about helping us to get out? To government, support all sports, not only football. If you have to pay for 30 people to go and play football and bring you one medal, and you can pay for one person to go and do Taekwondo and bring you one medal, and bring you 2 medals, which one is better? Or pay for 4 people to go for gymnastics and bring you 12 medals, which one is more cheaper? Of course. Or pay for swimming or powerlifting. There are a lot of medals in all these sports I'm mentioning. But you pay for 30 athletes to go just for one medal. I think they should rethink and support every other sport, no matter how little. Most important, the multinationals need to pick an athlete, sponsor them so that we can grow. And maybe, the only thing that unifies us in Nigeria is sports. Maybe when we start that, some of this insurgency that we are experiencing might reduce. Because when there is competition every day to watch, the time you will think of going to throw bomb, you want to watch your favorite player doing one thing or the other, and it will reduce. We all need support.
Parents of competitors at the event call on other parents to encourage their kids to participate in sports as a way of boosting their mental development.
As a parent, or even before I became a parent, the sports, Taekwondo, and martial arts in its entirety is a very important sport. I want to encourage every family to make sure they have 1 or 2 members of their family into martial arts. Without sports, your thinking is a bit slow. If you're into sports, believe you me, you think faster. Your reflexes are way sharper.
Organizers, while expressing satisfaction at the attendance, call for more investment in grassroots Taekwondo to improve chances of success in the game at national and international level.
Well, from what you can see around me, this is the definition of sports development. Children coming together and doing everything they need to do about sport. It goes beyond the competition to the relationship, the association. Then, most importantly for us in Taekwondo, it gives parents an understanding of what we do. When they come here and they see the way the children act, behave, respect, and all that, they understand what we do for their kids, giving them the discipline required and the confidence required, basically what martial art does. Then for sports development, this is my definition of sports development. Getting young children together to engage their energy in something positive, like competition, healthy competition like this, and getting to meet each other, associate with one another, and see very little kids fighting, after fighting, shaking each other and smiling. And look around, you see them gisting, communicating. So It's fun instead of trouble. It's fun. So I think this is very good for sports development, and this is one of many that is happening in Abuja. This one we have just introduced it so that it will add more strength to the grassroots development that we have planned for Abuja and beyond. Over the years, Nigeria, not just in Taekwondo, across sports, have had one problem that once there's one star, it's difficult in many years, sometimes over a decade, to produce another star because our involvement in grassroots has not been really tight. Now, when people like us that are involved with the national team choose to come to grassroots, it means there's something tangible there, very important there, and we want to harness it. We want to get a replacement for Chika Chukwumerije, who won the bronze medal for Nigeria at Olympics so many years ago, and we've not been able to change that. We want to have more people going to the Olympics. We want to have a world champion. We have African champions that we've trained even in this gym, but we want to have more of it. You won't believe we need junior, cadet, and senior champions, and all this is if we can get them at this point, at this age. The Europeans do that, the Asians do that. They have leagues in Arabian countries. So we are just playing a catch-up because we'll be enjoying grace for a long time. With little funding, little activities, we'll be achieving much as national team at international events. But right now, we want to really plant for the future so we won't struggle in the future.
The young participants at the event expressed their gratitude to their parents and organizers for the opportunity to compete, as they call on more parents to encourage their kids to do sports.
I feel happy because I thought I would win a medal so that others can get a chance to be on the podium. I intend to win more medals and maybe a trophy.
My journey into Taekwondo was not actually me, that is. My mom was actually the one that introduced me to it. I was not really interested in it until my coach started talking to me about it. I started getting into the fights and punches. That's how I started getting interested and more serious in it. Yeah, I would definitely encourage other parents to let their children do sports, not only Taekwondo. Because Taekwondo cannot be for everybody. Me, I generally like it, but some might not. As I want to do Taekwondo, I want my name to be heard worldwide. I want to win many national medals for Nigeria, my country, and so much more.
Inaugural, reporting for Development Nigeria TV.